Coming up on Unpacked, the second chapter.
When we were last together, you shared that your ultimate goal when it comes to skin lightening is to be like Michael Jackson. Is that still the plan?
Yes, bring it on.
You also thinking of getting a BBL?
People will always ask, why are you doing it? You look beautiful the way you are. Sometimes I can pass going, walking, kids laughs. I laugh with them.
Are you afraid that the impact of such comments is going to impact your own children because of what you are doing, or are you not worried about that at all?
Other people can say no, but the ancestors don't want you to do this and that. No, God wants us to be beautiful.
Previously on Unpacked.
In my mind, when I was growing up, I wanted to be lighter. My mom is light-skinned, very much, for even now when she's old. So I always want wow, why can't I have my mom's skin?
So how did you get introduced to this thing called skin lightening?
Oh, the skin lightening to me, it came in 2019. I found out on social media, people were posting this and that, different stuff. And then I was like, wow, I want to be that.
Do you also take oral medication like pills?
No, I definitely don't take pills. Yeah. I only use it in the outer look. For an example, I use overnight serums, daily creams, night creams.
So when did your skin start changing?
My skin started to change most especially massively in early 2020. That was March.
How did you decide which skin tone you wanted to have? Did you look at a person and say, I want to look like so-and-so?
Yes, obviously you have to look on somebody and say, I want to be on that level. So at my level, I haven't reached there. I still want to look at that certain person that I want to look like Michael Jackson one day.
You want that color?
Yes, I want to reach to the Michael Jackson color.
Really?
So that's where I'm looking at now.
Do you want to look white or you want a white skin tone?
I want a white skin tone. I love what I am, and then I'm still black. And I do embrace being black. It's just that I want to be that black, I want to be light in skin.
Yes.
Everybody have a choice, and beauty is about accepting the inner person to the outer person, and then how you want to look like on the outer person. I am happy with what I am. And then I'm not ashamed of anything, and I'm proud of it. And I can say I'm still that Awelani that they say they know. And even now when I'm lighter, I'm still the same. Nothing has changed. That's my skin.
Want the full story? Watch the original episode on my channel. Find the link in the description down below.
Welcome to another episode of Unpacked, the second chapter with me, Relebogile Mabotja, where we catch up with guests that have been on Unpacked with myself and find out where they are, how they're doing. We also get an opportunity to ask the guests some of the questions that you posed and find out where they are today. And today's guest was on the episode I Surgically Enhanced My Body. She was together with Oli Kabashe. But Awelani is here to talk to us and let us know how she is doing. And if there's anybody else you want to see on this show, comment down below. Don't forget to put your questions there as well. And this is YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and make sure you are kept up to date with everything we are doing on this channel. Awelani, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me, and good morning to the viewers.
I have to find out from you. It has been over a year since we were last together. I think 2 years even. How have you been?
Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be here. Roughly, I've been doing very well. So far, the journey still carries on. I'm still enhancing myself. And yeah, there's a lot of development that came, a lot of products that I've produced, of which since I was on the show, I even managed to put my products with barcodes, where I think it will also be found in a market or in retail stores by next year. So,
wow.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, I'm still glowing, I'm still brightening up, and the feedback is very good.
So when you were on the show, how did you find the feedback from viewers and people in your life?
The feedback was very positive, and it was like, yo, they couldn't believe that a girl from a rural could be on TV, of which it was so uplifting and motivating others that, yeah, you can be where you are if you're bold and you do what you love. The rest is just something that other people they will say, but you are the one who's doing it. So it does not have to be about somebody, but as long as it's making you happy.
And how did you feel about, the story that was being shared as well with the other guest who enhanced her body in a different way?
It was so positive to find that anyone can have the rights to say they can do whatever that they want with their body. And it's not about to say you have to say, why are they doing that? Of course, people will always ask, why are you doing it? You look beautiful the way you are. It's up to the self. I want that. And if you can afford it, then you can go ahead. Of which it was inspiring to hear what Chloe Kabashe went through. I think maybe one day I will also have a pair of some,
You also thinking of getting a BBL?
Not BBL, no, BBL, I'm fine. Maybe a pair of some 2 cups, I think it will be good.
2 cups up of the boobs?
Yes.
Okay. Look, one of the things I say is I believe in women being empowered to own the things that they want to do. And everybody obviously has very differing opinions when it comes to skin lightening and skin brightening. Do you think that some of the negative comments that you got were justified, or is it something that doesn't bother you at all?
No, to tell you the truth, I'm not bothered by anything because everybody have got their own views. And what motivates me, when you check the Constitution on Chapter 2, everybody is have got the right to reproduction. For myself, when I say right to reproduction, it means I can do anything with my body. I'm not going to go to prison if I want to be white. I'm not infringing anybody's rights, and I'm just reproducing myself the way I want.
When we were last together, you shared that your ultimate goal when it comes to skin lightening is to be like Michael Jackson. Is that still the plan?
That's still the plan. However, it's not something that is magic, most especially when you're enhancing your skin. It's not done overnight because I cannot just say in 2 years I'm going to reach there. But from the last season when I was on Unpacked, I think there is a lot of difference and there's a lot of changes with my skin, of which is still leading to what I want to achieve.
So how does life change when your skin gets brighter and lighter?
Oh, the thing is, this thing, sometimes you can be burned by the sun and you have to produce yourself, put yourself back. You can maybe have a rash where you have to apply other things. And at times people can find you, maybe you're a bit darker than what you were. It's not something that I will say I'll be white. It's a journey. It's a fight. You fight, because different, maybe right now I'm in Venda. The sun of Venda and when I'm in Gauteng is not the same. So when I'm here, I might think that maybe I'm brighter. When I get back, I see, no, there was some harsh sun rays that burnt me or something where I have to try to put myself back on trace to be what I want. So it is not an overnight journey, and it needs a lot of patience and time.
And I'm glad you mentioned the sun in Venda. I was just in Limpopo yesterday, and I'm a little bit burnt. You won't be able to see it because of the makeup. And I'm thinking about when you were last on the show. I made a comment around, you choosing to be lighter and brighter when you were surrounded by people who were dark in complexion in Venda. And I know a lot of people from in general, not just from the Venda community, were offended by me asking that question. And I think I was particularly speaking about the people around you. Is that still the case where you are surrounded by people, as in your own family, who are darker complexion, other than your mother, and knowing that, is it something that you still feel like, I still want to look different, or are you yet at a place where you feel like, but darker is how I am. I see people around me who are dark in complexion, and I still think dark, or I do think dark in complexion is beautiful.
Yeah, it all has to do with choices that we made when we grew up, or on that level where you say, no, you can make your choices without anyone trying to convince you to be anything. I chose what I chose to brighten myself, and it is okay for a darker person to remain what they are. Not all of us need to brighten up, and I don't see anything wrong with a person who is not brightened up, who's just their color and dark color. If they're beautiful, they're beautiful. You need to be beautiful before you brighten yourself. If you see yourself beautiful before brightening up yourself, if you don't value yourself as beautiful, you're not going to see yourself different when you brighten up.
So when you think about the fact that you are raising your children, you've got 4 children, ne?
Yeah, I've got 4 kids.
4 children. What do they understand you are doing with the brightening? What is their belief about what you're doing?
Concerning what I'm doing, my kids, they are so understanding. They don't have a problem. Maybe it's because we raise kids in the millennium, so they know the choices which people can make, of which for them, they don't have to choose because they are still underage. They're still under my guidance. But whatsoever, if that age permits, over 18, they want to choose the different path, I don't have a problem with that. It's similar as if you're choosing career for your kids. If he wants to be a chef, let him be a chef, and not to be a teacher because you want him to portray a degree maybe in teaching, which is not his. So it is very good to always think of the choices that we made and value the choices that one made without infringing them.
Yes. There was a time we spoke about your relationship with your sisters and some of the things that they had to say. Where are you with your relationship with your family and what they think about, this journey that you are on?
It's not all the time where they will understand you. Sometimes they will find me to say, no, you need to stop. You are so bright, No, you're too much. Like, can you please try to reduce? Of which I just say, no, just leave me to be as I am. It makes me happy. I love it. I love it. And they will never understand. They just have to accept me the way I am.
Speaking of acceptance, you were saying that you wanted to, visit your father's grave, make sure that the ancestors know who to give blessings to. Do you still feel you are seen and recognized by your people, those that have passed on and that you speak to when you go to the gravesite?
Yes, I believe so much in those who have passed, and then I also believe in God. Yes, my father and my grandparents, they still remember me. They know me. Out of that, I can say nothing is stuck in my life. Everything is so bright. Talking about the business on the other side before brightening myself, it's working. Clients are coming, they are buying, and it is growing to show that there is blessings here. They have blessed me. Even if they see me in a different mood, I have introduced myself to my ancestors. And I know other people can say no, but the ancestors don't want you to do this and that. No, God wants us to be beautiful. He did not specify on how beautiful He wants you to be. God is clean. God is beautiful. That's how I take it.
So do you think then, having said everything you've said, if your father was still alive today, would he be arguing with you about what you're doing, or he would have just been at peace and have accepted it?
My dad, I'm sure he was just going to, hey, I know that's why he was going to say that.
Basically.
Yeah, probably it was going to be like that.
Yes.
And he was saying, yeah, I know, even the nose. So obviously, he was going to, he's very proud to share.
Is there any other surgery you want to do other than what you've already told us?
What I want is only that one, but other than that, no. There's nothing that I want. My nose is fine, my body is fine. It's just my skin. Yes, maybe in a later stage, if maybe I'm not achieving what I want, maybe I can go for some drips and IV drips, of which the thing that I'm afraid of is there's veins. Once you start to do that, you always have spider webs and stuff like that. Those veins that are greenish and
Oh,
stuff.
the varicose veins.
Because your
Yes.
skin is vulnerable and it's becoming thin and thin and thin and thin because you're suppressing it so much.
Are you ready to answer some of the questions from the viewers of the show?
Yes, bring it on.
All right. So this is from Laureen Nomfune Kosigui 5753. And this comment came on YouTube, which said, we need to learn to keep our opinions about other people's bodies and skin colors to ourselves and instill this principle to the minds of young rising generations who look up to us. That's where they get the influence of bullying, body shaming, and colorism. Do you agree with this comment and feel that the idea to change your skin actually came from other people? Because you spoke about your journey when you were younger and, you know, you being dark in complexion than your mom and people questioning if that was your real mother.
You know, I disagree with what she's saying, but what I can say is it is okay to love something even that you are not like that. It is okay to love beautiful things. And if maybe you can do it, don't envy. Just do it for yourself, because envy becomes with jealousy. So you just do what you love as long as you're happy with it. How your kids gonna portray you, you sit down with your kids and explain to them, this is what I love. In life, we've got choices, we have got rights. You can do 1, 2, 3 if you love it. And you see somebody do it. Don't try to I don't know, like criticize.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's hate. And we live in a community where everybody, they've got their own opinions. It's about you, if whether you take that opinion and you put it in your heart. I don't take opinion on people criticizing what I do. I only have got a door to shut it, and it doesn't bother me. Sometimes I can pass, going, walking, kids laughs. I laugh with them. I join the party.
Okay, the next one, this is from @TobileBeta5343 on YouTube, who said this thing of adults comparing children and commenting on children's complexion is very dangerous. So are you afraid that the impact of such comments is going to impact your own children because of what you are doing, or are you not worried about that at all?
I'm not worried about it at all, because I've got Relebogile at home. She's dark and so beautiful. She don't even want to lighten her skin. She's so beautiful. She's dark. To say that love yourself first before you start to do something else. If you want to reproduction yourself, it is okay. So my kids, it's only Relebogile who's dark. The rest of them, they are lighter in complexion. But she loves herself just the way she is. So they have accepted me. They have accepted themselves. I don't know, but choices differ when you grow up, what she would want when she grows up, because she's only 14. And she's beautiful. She loves herself. Even at school, she don't worry. Other kids, when I drop her at school, is that your mom? She said, yes, it's my mom. I saw her on TV. But why are you dark? She said, no, I'm beautiful and dark and lovely. That's the comments that she gives them.
Okay, then the last one is from Nwabisa Khadebe, who said body augmentation is a temporary fix. It doesn't fix body dysmorphia issues or any other mental issues connected to low self-perception. You may be as light as Michael Jackson, but still feel like the dark-skinned little girl who was called Kiwi throughout your childhood. What do you think about that comment?
According to myself and my views, I don't have any problems. People can say whatever. I don't have a low self-esteem. Yes, when I was small, they used to call me, oh, is that your mom? You're so dark, you're so what. Yes, at that time I was small and I couldn't understand. And then I had to grow up, where I made my own choices to redirect to how I want to be. And it's not because I feel I'm ugly. I was very beautiful as dark. and I'm still more beautiful the way I am now. So it's all about how do you see yourself, and yeah, I don't get bothered at all.
Is there anything else you would like to share with the viewers just about yourself and this topic of body enhancement?
Yes, I would love to say a few comments. What I would love to say is, it is not about the people from the outside. It's about yourself. If you want to do it, go do it. If you are not in free or stepping on any other's toes, or don't criticize. Accept people the way they are. I understand people have got their own judgmental, but sometimes it is okay to keep those views within yourself. If it's okay to keep quiet or to comment, because other people, even when you comment, other people are very rude. When you say something to them, they attack you. So you don't know how the person that you're commenting bad things to, most especially when you meet them. If there's something that you don't want to say, just keep quiet.
Awelani, thank you so much for catching up with us. And I'm glad you shared the update you did about your children and where they are, and that you are holding strict the part about until you're 18, I as the parent, I'm going to decide what happens with you and with your business and where it goes. We're going to keep watching, see how it all comes together. I know that once you were on the show, you even had more people come through to you. And while there were some negative comments, you chose to focus on the positive ones of just having choice to do what is right for you, and to clarify that you're not saying people who are dark-skinned are not beautiful, but this is a choice you are making for yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you for tuning in to the second chapter with me, Relebogile Mabotja of Unpacked. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more episodes to come. Until next time.
Next time on Unpacked, the second chapter.
One thing that I cannot talk about enough is the things where I've seen people, the small kids, drinking energy drinks, and it's something that some sort of a norm where people are exposing themselves to too much caffeine at a young age. And for me, it's a very I've got a very touch and go relationships with energy drinks now, because I've seen what it can do in terms of your heart, your blood pressure.
Is there anybody that you would love to see on the second chapter? Maybe there's a question that you think I should have asked, or something that was burning after you watched and you wished you could have the guest back. Maybe you were confused, or maybe you felt like, there's definitely more to the story. Comment down below and let us know who you'd like to see, which story you'd like to revisit, which guest you'd like us to invite back for Unpacked, the second chapter.